Chapter 2 Real Numbers. In previous classes, we have learned about natural numbers, integers, and real numbers. N is the set of natural numbers which include the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. W is the set of whole numbers which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Set I is the set of integers which include positive numbers, negative numbers as well as 0. Q is the set of rational numbers which are in the form of P upon Q such that P and Q belongs to integer set and Q is a non-zero number. Set R is the set of real numbers. Also, N is subset of W, W is subset of I is subset of Q and Q is subset of R. Order relation on rational numbers. P upon Q and R upon S are rational numbers where Q is greater than 0 and S is greater than 0. 1. If P multiplied by S is equals to Q multiplied by R, then P upon Q is equals to R upon S. 2. If P multiply S is greater than Q multiply R, then P upon Q is greater than R upon S. 3. If P multiply S is less than Q multiply R, then P upon Q is less than R upon S. Properties of rational numbers. If A, B, C are rational numbers, then there are 4 properties that are valid for addition as well as multiplication. 1. Commutative, which says A plus B is equals to B plus A, and for multiplication A multiplied by B is equals to B multiplied by A. 2. Associative, for addition A plus B plus C is equals to A plus B plus C, means which we can add in any order. And for multiplication A multiply B multiply by C also we can multiply in any order. 3. Identity, which says A plus 0 or 0 plus A is A only, means its identity is not changed. And for multiplication A multiplied by 1 or 1 multiplied by A is equals to A only. 4. Inverse, A plus minus of A is equals to 0. And for multiplication, A multiply 1 upon A is equals to 1, where A should be non-zero. Decimal form of any rational number is either terminating or non-terminating recurring type. Terminating type, 2 upon 5 is equals to 0.4. Similarly, in these terminating types, you will observe that you get your perfect answer, means you will get remainder 0 while dividing and you will get your answer. So means it is terminates. And in non-terminating recurring, you never get the final quotient. Always there is some remainder and the quotient keeps on going. Sometimes it is recurring, sometimes it is non-recurring. As you can see here in the examples, 17 upon 36 is equals to 0.47222. So that we will write 2 bar. And similarly in the second example, you can see few numbers are repeating. It's not the single number. 692307 is repeating. Remember this. 1. Note the number of recurring digits after decimal point in the given rational number. Accordingly, multiply it by 10, 100, 1000 and so on. Example, in 2.3 bar over it, digit 3 is the only recurring digit after decimal point. Hence, to convert 2.3 bar in P by Q form, multiply 2.3 bar by 10. In 1.24 bar, Digits 2 and 4 both are recurring, therefore multiply 1.24 bar by 100. Similarly, in 1.513 you have to multiply it by 1000. 2. Notice the prime factors of the denominator of a rational number. If the prime factors are 2 or 5, only then its decimal expansion is terminating. If the prime factors are other than 2 or 5 also, then its decimal expansion is non-terminating and recurring. Now let's practice some questions. Classify the decimal form of the given rational numbers into terminating and non-terminating recurring type. 1. It is 13 upon 5. So here we have to classify them as terminating and non-terminating. We know that if the prime factors are 2 or 5, only then its decimal expansion is terminating. If the prime factors are other than 2 or 5 also, then its decimal expansion is non-terminating, recurring. We use this to decide the type of decimal form of rational numbers. Out of the given numbers, 1, 13 upon 5, third, 29 upon 16, fourth, 17 upon 125 will have terminating decimal form. 2, 2 upon 11, 5, 11 upon 6 will have non-terminating recurring decimal form. Let's take one more example. Write the following rational numbers in decimal form. It is 127 upon 200. So for converting into decimal, we have to divide it. After division, you will get your quotient as 0.635. 225 upon 99. So if we divide, as you can see the remainder same as the dividend, it means the quotient will keep on repeating. So this is non-terminating recurring form. We know root 2 is a irrational number. If we find out value, it will be 1.4142356230951 and so on. This value is non-terminating and never ending. Also, no digit is repeating. Therefore, it is non-recurring decimal. These kind of numbers are called irrational numbers. Now consider root 3. You will get its value as 1.732050807 and so on. Even this decimal is non-terminating and non-recurring. So root 3 is also an irrational number. Similarly, root 5, root 6, root 7, root 8 are irrational numbers, because they are also non-terminating and non-recurring. But root 9 is equals to 3. This is a rational number. Root 9 is not irrational number. In fact, square root of any perfect square will be a rational number. And square root of number which is not a perfect square is always an irrational number. Now let's solve few questions. 1. Show that 4 root 2 is an irrational number. We will prove this using indirect proof. Let us assume that 4 root 2 is rational. So 4 root 2 can be expressed in the P by Q form. Therefore 4 root 2 is equals to P upon Q. And we can write it as root 2 is equals to P upon 4Q. In this equation, left side is an irrational number and right side is a rational number, which is contradictory. So 4 root 2 is not a rational number. 4 root 2 is an irrational number. Another example, prove that 3 plus root 5 is an irrational number. Let us assume that 3 plus root 5 is not an irrational number. If 3 plus root 5 is a rational, then let 3 plus root 5 is equals to P upon Q. Therefore, we get root 5 is equals to P upon Q minus 3. In this equation, left side is a irrational number and right side is a rational number which is contradictory. So 3 plus root 5 is not a rational number. 3 plus root 5 is an irrational number. Represent the numbers root 5 and root 10 on a number line. First, let us show root 5 on the number line. Let us draw line XO X dash. O represents 0. Draw OA is equals to 1 unit. AB is equals to 1 unit. So note that OB is equals to 2 units. Now draw BC perpendicular to OX such that BC is equals to 1 unit. Now join segment OC. So triangle OBC is right angled triangle. Using Pythagoras theorem, OB square plus BC square is equals to OC square. 2 square plus 1 square is equals to OC square. So 4 plus 1 is equals to OC square. So 5 is equals to OC square. This implies OC is equals to root 5. Taking O as center and OC as radius, draw an arc that cut the line OX. Name the point of intersection D. Point D represents the number root 5. In this way, we can show root 5 on the number line. Now let us show root 10 on a number line. Draw a number line. Show 0, 1, 2, 3 on equal distances. Draw a line perpendicular to number line at point A. Take B on this such as AB is equals to 1. Join OB. Now triangle OAB is right angled triangle. Using Pythagoras theorem, OB square is equals to OA square plus AB square. So OA square is equals to 3 square plus 1 square, which is equals to 9 plus 1, which is equals to 10. So OB square is equals to 10. Therefore OB is equals to root 10. Draw an arc with O as center and OB as radius which intersect the number line at point C. Then OC is equals to root 10. Point C represent the number root 10 on the number line. Write any three rational numbers between the two numbers given below. 1, 0.3 and minus 0.5. On the number line 0.3 and minus 0.5 are shown here. So the rational numbers between minus 0.5 and 0.3 are minus 0.2, minus 0.1, 0.1 and infinitely many like this. Method 2. So the rational numbers between 0.5 and 0.3 are these. You can find out by using this method also. Second, minus 2.3 and minus 2.33. Let us write minus 2.3 as minus 2.300 and minus 2.33 as minus 2.330. It means we have to find the rational numbers between minus 2.300 and minus 2.330. Thus, we can write infinitely many rational numbers like minus 2.308, minus 2.310, minus 2.320. And from method 2, you can do it like this.